Hey, how's it going, Cannabis community? Welcome back to Cultivating with the Cannabis Cowboy. I am the Cannabis Cowboy, and this is my strain spotlight, where I go over some strains from Denver and Lakewood, basically the dispensaries in my area. But lately, and by lately I mean the last 10 or so years, I've been shopping exclusively at Good Chemistry. So I decided I'm just going to go ahead and show all the Good Chemistry bud that I haven't tried before. And then eventually I'll go back and visit some of the stuff I have tried before. So we'll go from reviews and spotlights back to just kind of spotlights and stuff like this. But this strain in particular, I haven't tried before. As matter of fact, it's mixed with a couple strains I've never heard of. I mean, I've heard triple sec before, but I've definitely not heard of Cap's Frozen Lemons, which is told to make up the strain Commando right now, which is a hybrid, but I'm told is a little bit more of an indica, which is sort of along the lines of a Blue Dream, where you'll find Blue Dream if you still go to dispensaries or get bud that's categorized as sativa or indica. Blue Dream will usually be called a sativa, but it definitely has more indica properties. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at this. As you can see, these nugs are really, really nice, extremely tight, and that's usually always the case with our Good Chem brothers and sisters. They do a ridiculously good job over in the greenhouse. Let's take a closer look at this nug right here. As you can see, it's really, really nice, light green and orange, like the U. Really, really pretty. As always, trimmed, cured very well, to perfection, if you will. It's always the case with Good Chemistry. And let's take another look under the Trichome cam, see what we can get there. All right, I'm gonna have to get a little bit closer and mess with this. It's like I definitely can't just put something down here and just let the camera do its job. It's these 100 times microscopic cameras are a little tricky to deal with, but as you can see, this particular plant and bud was definitely, looks like it was definitely pulled at the right time. We're getting a lot of milky trichome in there. I'm not seeing any clear trichomes, which are a clear indicator, pun intended, of bud that has really not matured 100%. Let's see if I can't get it to stand still. It's kind of just rolling around on me because I broke it. But there you go. Nice milky trichomes. Definitely what you want. You want it to be pulled at the correct time. You want it to be cured for as long as you possibly can. A lot of commercial grows don't take a lot of time to cure their bud. They want to get it sold to you as fast as possible, so they pull it early. A lot of ways you can definitely tell that by the flavor, the burn, and lots of other things. But if you get yourself a microscopic camera, you can definitely tell whether that plant has been pulled too early. If you see a lot of really, really crystal clear trichomes, it definitely didn't go long enough. But I'm never going to question the grow at Good Chemistry, ever, 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 because they've been doing this for a very, very long time. And even back when it was called Wellspring on South Broadway, it was all from the same grow, and it was amazing bud. So I think maybe I would like to try this. So I'm going to leave that right there for you guys to take a look at. I'm going to take a little bit of a nug out of this ramekin. Everybody who's been in food service for a long time knows exactly what that word means. And I've got my piece. That's always clean before I try these strains for the first time. I'm just going to tell you exactly what I just smelled. Licorice and pepperoni. So there, that's what you're going to get. Commando smells like licorice and pepperoni. No, it doesn't. It definitely still has a little bit of that licorice flavor to it. I can definitely smell some lemon, though. So if it is, in fact, if frozen lemons, and leave some comments in the comment section if you know this, I'm guessing frozen lemons has something to do with possibly a mixture of lemon skunk and another, maybe ice. That's, most of these names are very derivative of the strains that they're from. So I'm just going to take a wild guess and say it's maybe ice mixed with lemon, possibly a lemon haze or something like that. But let's see, try it out and see what it tastes like. Wow. That's really, really tasty. I smell the exact same thing, and everyone who's been smoking a long time can usually vouch for this. You don't normally smell the exact flavor and taste from your first burn hit that you do from just smelling it. There's normally a difference because you're burning it. Where anytime you burn something, you're completely changing obviously the makeup of the whole whatever it is you're burning. And in this case, the cannabis, the trichomes light up. Obviously, they burn and they emit some pungent smells. That's why everybody really fights for that green hit. But I'm extremely surprised that it smelled almost exactly like it did when I was smelling it before I burned it. And my little indicator is going off, where I'm feeling definitely a little bit of heaviness in this one. The last strain I believe I was spotlighting was chills. Sour chills, and this is definitely a further towards indica than that was. I'm definitely feeling a lot of nice heaviness to it, to the point where I'm just kicking my setup and probably making it fall over. Sorry about that, folks. But I'm liking this a lot. In terms of hybrids, it definitely leans more towards the indica side, and that's not something Bob's going to be pissed off about. I really love indica, and I love what the heavy strains do. And if you talk to my brother, who's over at Diego Pellicer, anybody that's into industry, they'll agree in the term that in the fact that there's really no indicas and sativas too much anymore. We've kind of outbred all of them to become energetic and sleepy, and really sort of that the whole genetics of indica and sativa are really being outbred. However, I'm doing my best to keep those genetics in line. I have got hundreds and hundreds of seeds from Romulan, Pre-98 Bubba Kush, original New York Sour Diesel, DJ Short's Blueberry. I'm trying to hold on to some of those classic strains in the event that some of these other hybrids kind of come in and wipe some of them out, to the point where we really don't have any more of those strains anymore. And I mean, I definitely call myself a genetics collector at this point, because I've got a lot of genetics. And the crazy thing is, I've never come across triple sec, and I've never come across Caps Frozen Lemons. So these two strains that come together to mix this Commando are pretty impressive. I would definitely recommend Good Chemistry to anybody coming into town, anybody who wants to do some cannabis tourism. There is a spot in Denver, and there's also a spot on South Broadway. I recommend the South Broadway location because that's where I shop. I have never been to the other one. Once I find a place, I stick to it, and I've been sticking to Good Chemistry for a long time now, 12, 13 years. So, folks, thanks so much for hanging out with me. If you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe to the channel. If you know anybody that's looking to try and figure out how to cultivate cannabis, grow cannabis for the first time, if you're in Jersey, Arizona, Mississippi, any of the new states that just legalized, and you're looking to try and find a way to grow, because you can grow, it is your American right to do so, look me up. Hit me up in the comments section. Hit me up on Facebook, Instagram. Subscribe if you can. It'd be a great help. Also, if you can visit my Patreon, that'd be a great help as well. I have a seedling level, mid-harvest, and full mid-grow and full harvest, which are $5, $8, and $15 respectively a month. All come with a bunch of gifts and perks. If you can support me on that, that'd be great. All in all, this is a really, really good strain. I'm definitely going to go ahead and say that you should go ahead and try this out. Commando from Good Chemistry, 18.8 THC, triple sec, and Caps Frozen Lemons. I can't say enough about it. It's got me rambling, so I know the sativa effects are definitely there. So, folks, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Check out my live stream with BG on Wednesdays called Square Groupers, where we go over a whole bunch of different cannabis concepts and everything from the market. And again, as always, ladies and gentlemen, keep growing.